AGF was established in 2011, initiative of the Danish government, followed by the Spanish government. African Development Bank joined them, and later on the French Development Agency joined them, and also the United Development Fund, the NDF, came later for the green energy sector. AGF role is try to help the SME to have access to finance, because we discover that if you want Africa to grow, the SME have to play the role of engine of the growth. That's what's happened everywhere in the world except in Africa because of a lack of access of finance. So AGF was set up to assist the financial system in Africa for them to lend to the SMEs, for this one to play the role of engine of the growth in the continent. In Africa, the source of financing is the banking sector. We want the banking sector to go to SME and to a new technology, which is a green economy. If you don't provide them the comfort for them to go together to a new system, they will not go. So our role is to say, please look at us. This is the future of the continent. If you don't really understand the risk, we can help you to better understand this risk. That's why we are there. That's why we create a window, the Green Guarantee Facility, to help our partner bank and financial institution to better understand the green business and share the risk with them if there's any issue.
Here in Zambia, the effects of climate change are being felt in agriculture. We also launched our national policy, creating a framework of coordination of responses that are necessary in the fight against climate change. The challenges that the SMEs have had is first of all access to resource.
Economic opportunities for this generation must also deliver improved livelihoods and working conditions for the next. This is why we strongly believe that promoting green business models and green trade must be at the heart of all that we do. Africa is the future.
I think it is a conference that has been long in coming. I think globally the debate on green growth, green finance has been there for decades. And I think it's important that all the stakeholders, the public, the private sector, are engaged in the opportunities that the globe offers in different types of finance.
The African Guarantee Fund believes that the real engine of the growth in the continent is the SME sector. This economic growth can be sustainable if it is environmentally sustainable. This is why AGF decided to establish a Green Guarantee Facility with the support of the Nordic Development Fund. The Green Guarantee Facility is intended to enhance access to finance for climate change and green growth-oriented SME.
Our Constitution, the Vision 2030, the 2016 Climate Change Act, and the 2017 National Policy on Climate Finance all express clearly our ambition to become a first mover in relation to climate change objectives.
The point is, if we do nothing about it, we'll be forced eventually to have a sort of a catastrophic adjustment in the financial sector to deal with this issue. And that is really something that will be horrendous for all of us. So central banks around the world are very conscious of that. And we prefer a smooth transition.
It is my strong belief that development and climate finance institutions, like the one that I am representing, the Nordic Development Fund, can assist and be catalysts for this kind of expansion of green finance.
This has been a really great conference that AGF has hosted that has really brought together different players in the ecosystem across different parts of the value chain and within different segments of the market. And it's been really great to hear different perspectives, to hear different success stories, different challenges, and to find ways that we can all work together. We think it's really important for the sector to be coordinated, especially as it comes to policy, as it comes to financing, and we really think this has been a great conference in bringing different parties together.
Globally integrated SMEs tend to provide inclusive growth and much needed employment.
Any of us can go to a bank and ask for a loan to finance a renewable energy that is about 5 years or 10 years. It will be a very big challenge. Why? Because you are pursuing a long-term or medium-term project, but they are dependent on short-term deposits. So that mismatch has to be dealt with.
There are a few, the low-hanging fruits are the ones that we are focusing on. First among these I mentioned is the disclosure requirements. We are going to be requesting banks to at least half yearly give us some updates on some of these sustainability issues.
My takeaway message for the financial institution is that they should try as much as possible to liaise with the private sector to see what our needs are, and also to make sure that they employ people who understand the green business.
Our ambition is to grow our exposure in green finance to $250 million, which will represent a quarter of our overall portfolio by 2020. This is expected to bring direct benefits in terms of climate change, mitigation and adaptation, as well as sustainable employment, poverty reduction, and enhanced gender equity. We are optimistic because the demand is huge. We are only limited by our resources.